Yeah, hello, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome now back to the channel. I did very happy as we did discuss all these classes for sciences. I they appreciate the fact say many of my friends they discuss with me, they watch this content, watch these videos, and they encourage me. I get many friends where they discuss with me, show me some of the mistakes where they make, and telling me ways where I fit do this thing where say good day much better. So I want to shout out to them and tell them say I been they hear all their comments and I will try my best to make the thing, be much better. Now, as I don't talk that one finish, make I start by talking about nutrition. Today we'll discuss nutrition. What nutrition be? Every organism need to feed in order to survive. Any organism will not feed in a very short time, that organism go fit sustain life and that organism go die. Simple plain like that. So for any organism to continue to dey maintain in life and all different life processes where they carry out, that organism need to dey feed. Now if we talk about feeding for different types of organisms, we get two major types of feeding wey we dey discuss or wey dey for sciences, and the two major types na autotrophic and heterotrophic feeding. Now wetin be autotrophic feeding? Autotrophic feeding na any situation where we say the organism go dey prepare or design, or make I say prepare im own food by himself. So e go dey generate am, dey manufacture am by himself. And na wetin many plants or almost all plants dey do. Not all but a lot of plants dey do that. Meaning say they go take materials from the environment like water, like CO2, carbon dioxide, and they will join this material together, carry energy wey dey for inside sunlight, and use am to create their own food wey be glucose. And if they don't produce this glucose, they will come store this glucose, store am in the form of starch, and that starch go dey for tubers or for roots for their body. And with time, anytime wey they need to make use of these their sources of energy, they will go take from these nutrients where they don't keep, where they don't generate by themselves, that they keep for within their body. They go take some, use them up. Meanwhile, they still they generate more and more of these nutrients. Now, this kind of nutrition now which they refer to as autotrophic nutrition, and many plants they carry out this kind of nutrition. Now, for animals on their own or many other types of organisms, they carry out what they call heterotrophic nutrition. And heterotrophic nutrition means that this organism no go fit feed no dey feed on, no dey fit produce any ready-made material. Rather, e dey feed on wetin don dey formed already. So organisms will be heterotroph, they fit feed on other animals, they fit feed on plants, they fit feed on insects, they fit feed on worms, any different thing, but they no fit produce their own food by themselves. So every time they need to dey feed on different types of organisms where they around them, where they fit feed on. So this one na heterotrophic nutrition. So you get autotrophic, you get heterotrophic. We also get some other different types of nutrition too, where they important, where we suppose mention. For example, we get saprophytic nutrition. Now in saprophytic nutrition, you see say organisms go, this kind of organisms they feed on dead and decaying matter. Meaning say material, plant material or animal material we don't die, where they decay. These organisms they will find their way to that material, begin feed on that material. And part of the things where they do now wetin they call extracellular digestion. So this one means say they go secrete some of their enzymes for the body of that dead material, and then dissolve or digest some of the carbohydrates and other nutrients within the body of that dead organism, whether a plant or an animal, and then they go suck them into their own body. A lot of fungi they undergo or they carry out this kind of nutrition. Now after saprophytes, we get symbiosis. And symbiosis now kind of relationship where we say the two organisms where they for that relationship, they enjoy the relationship and they feed off different nutrients from each other, and they get within they gain from the relationship as both of them been there inside this relationship. Examples like now our sea anemone and our hermit crab, they get a kind of symbiotic relationship. We also get parasitism. Parasitism is the kind of feeding relationship where we say one organism just they feed on the other, and not be only say they take the whole nutrients of the other, it they even cause harm and damage to the host organism. So many of all these organisms where they cause different kind of illnesses, many of them they carry out what they call parasitism. So they feed, they be parasites, they go they feed off the other organism, thereby causing harm and danger to the other organism. So parasitism day, symbiosis day, Then we get commensalism. There two organisms go dey, one go dey feed, the other one no too dey lose, no too dey gain. So e just dey the relationship, but one dey gain from that relationship. So commensalism dey, symbiosis dey, parasitism dey, saprophytism dey. All these ones na different types of nutrition. Now if we go back to our heterotroph, e also dey important to note that even as heterotrophs dey, we get three major types of heterotrophs. Now we get the organisms wey we dey refer to as our carnivores. So these carnivores na organisms wey dey feed majorly on flesh. So lions, dogs, cheetahs, tigers, all these ones na animals wey dey feed on flesh. They no dey fit chop grass. So these organisms we dey refer to them as our carnivores. Now we get herbivores. These ones na organisms wey dey feed mostly on plant materials, grass, shrubs, roots, tubers. So all these kind of organisms, we refer to them as our herbivores. They feed on plant and plant materials. Now the last one are omnivores. Omnivores, they feed on a combination of both plants and animal materials. So they feed anyone wey come, they go feed on them. Examples now our man, human beings, and pig. They feed on both plant and animal materials. So thank you for listening to this. I hope to do more, and I hope we enjoy more. Remember to like, subscribe, and share our content. Have a wonderful day.